Captain Kid is a legend, but this is the second superhero I ever made, and he's just a generic vigilante. Today, I have 48 hours to turn him into a superhero that can stand on his own in this new universe, with a story that's actually interesting. Otherwise, I have to get electrocuted. At the end of this video, we'll see his fate and my own. Buzz, buzz.
The Burning Showman! With your host, Aiden Zero.
Say hello to the Walking Stick, a street-level vigilante who turns invisible and fights crime. As a kid, I wasn't much of a writer, so he never really had a backstory. He just built an invisibility suit one day and started fighting crime. His design is good, but the story needs work, and fast. I only have 2 days to finish this concept, and if I don't, then I get electrocuted. Buzz, buzz again. First problem. Why does this guy even have an invisibility suit? Well, he's more on the street level, so he probably built it himself. How? Well, you see, John Mercer was an engineer for the city. He did infrastructure, but mainly specialized in surveillance systems. He was married and had one son named Daniel. John's life was perfect. He was perfectly content with his life. So next, we gotta kind of figure out what his call to action was that made him become the walking stick. Maybe it was some sort of tragedy, since that would make him feel grounded and emotional and stuff. And it also explains his crime-stopping crusade. So his life was perfect until it all went wrong. You see, John's son was born with superpowers. Daniel had bug-like features and could fly, spit acid, and more. Daniel used these powers to show off at bars and get people to pay him to do stuff. You know, blowing up bottles and shooting lightning and stuff like that. But this drew the attention of the wrong kind of people. And eventually, Daniel got hired at the local casino. But after enough time, Daniel was tired of being in these freak shows where he would just show off his powers. And he wanted out. He tried to quit but got into a huge argument with his boss. And in the heat of the moment, Daniel broke the boss's favorite coffee mug. John came home that night to find his wife gone and his son's body sprawled out on the ground. Clearly, this was because of the boss. The cops wouldn't believe that. It was just a random break-in, they said. But why would anyone do this? Over a stupid mug? He was sad. He was afraid. And mainly, he was mad. He went out and stole bits and pieces of tech from different corporations and buildings around the city. He was able to sneak in because he designed the security systems. It took him months of trial and error. By combining all of this tech together, he built the Walking Stick suit, a suit that lets him become invisible and untrackable. It allows him to hide the same way a walking stick bug hides from predators. He also armed himself with a bow staff because it felt similar to the tools he would use at his job. And then he would go out into the night and go stop crimes, gather intel, and even bust entire criminal operations. Now, if you're a criminal, you never know if you're being watched by the ghost of New York, the Walking Stick. Now, I think that's enough for today. You know what I've earned? A nice night of rest.
Oh man. What time is it? I gotta lock in.
So, since the Walking Stick was a smart guy who built a suit, I think his villain should be even smarter and should have everything he doesn't. Basically, his villain should be like a foil to him. So he's invisible, so what if his villain can like see everything and like eyes everywhere? I think that works really well. So, there's this guy named Jack Ludd. Now the Ludd family has owned a casino in New York for many generations. A casino so close to the capital that rich people go there all the time to gamble. So the Ludd family was exceptionally rich. Jack Ludd was born into this empire with an exceptional IQ of above 300. And because of his outstanding IQ, Jack always saw all the dirty tricks that his father could use to make more profit. But his father would always refuse, standing by his clean morals. One day, Jack gave his father a choice, an ultimatum, if you will. Start using these dubious methods or die. His father could never betray his principles, so he attacked his father, bashing his head over and over again with his father's coffee mug that he had gotten him for his birthday. After this, Jack Ludd covered it up and got his inheritance, which included the casino and all the money. He had that coffee mug repaired professionally as a trophy to his own roots, what he was willing to do to be successful, and then he got to work. He started to use his brilliance and money to make gadgets, drones, guns, and more. Stuff that would help him commit crimes and robberies and heists. And then, using the money from those crimes, he would fund the casino. And then the money from the casino would fund the crimes. He used his money to hire and own superpowered people, to make them do shows for him or commit crimes. Basically becoming the center of law-breaking and supervillainy in New York. He even acquired an alter ego of his own. He called himself Ultimatum. Now, why is this guy even connected to the walking stick? We gotta fix that. Every great rivalry has a reason for existing. So, one day, Jack's star showman, Daniel Mercer, wanted out of his casino and broke his favorite mug. That made Jack livid. No one says no to Jack Ludd. So he let Daniel go home, thinking he had made it out. But he had snipers there, waiting for Daniel and his mother. He decided to spare John Mercer. It wasn't worth the cleanup to add another person. It wasn't like John could do anything about it, right? That's where he was wrong. And this one case of superiority spelled his doom once and for all. So, I can hear you asking, but how did they actually become arch enemies? John, as the walking stick, investigated the casino, using his stealth and fighting skills to stop other supervillains, and it all led him back to Ultimatum, who he figured out was Daniel's boss. Ultimatum, with his incredible IQ, figured out the walking stick's identity. But now, the walking stick knows his identity. They're at a stalemate now, both looking for something to destroy the other with. If either one reveals the other's identity, they both reveal themselves. Ultimatum sends out villains to steal and rob, and he himself goes out to commit high-tech heists, as John Mercer tries to destroy his criminal empire and looks for evidence to finally give Daniel the justice he deserves and close the case on the murder of Daniel Mercer. Now that we have the walking stick and Ultimatum, this universe isn't solely focused on just two people. This universe can feel a lot more fleshed out now, like the MCU, with lots of different stories that connect and lots of more heroes in the future.
Hey, Aiden.
Yeah?
Check the timer.
What are you talking about?
Oh.